Assalamu Alaikum Rahmatullahi Barakatuhu. My dear brothers and sisters, Ramadan Mubarak to all of you. Imagine a month where you are not just giving upon food and drink, but you are resetting your soul. And a month where every breath, every single action, and even your silence brings you closer to Allah. But have you ever wondered why do we fast? And what is the real purpose of fasting? Is it just about feeling hungry, or is there a deeper wisdom? So, in this session today, we are going to explore the real purpose of Ramadan, the meaning behind fasting, and how this is a powerful act which is going to transform not just your bodies, but your hearts and the souls. So, first, let's go straight to the Quran and see what Allah Himself tells us about fasting. So the ayah, the surah, if you go to the Surah Al-Baqarah, the verses like this, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyamu kama kutiba alal ladina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. Which means, oh you who believe, fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may attain taqwa. I'll come to taqwa, but if you see, this ayah is so powerful, and Allah is not just telling us to fast. He's telling us the purpose of fasting here, and that the purpose is to attain taqwa. If you break down this particular ayah, O you who believe, which means Allah is directly addressing us as believers, and He's calling upon us with love and responsibility here. And then, if you go further, fasting is prescribed for you. So, fasting is not just a recommendation, it's an obligation, and it's a divine prescription. And if you go further, as it was prescribed for those before you. So, fasting was practiced by earlier nations too, and by the followers of Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Prophet Isa alayhi salam and others. So further, if you go down, so that you may attain taqwa. So taqwa is the real goal, and not just hunger, not just thirst, but the spiritual awareness of Allah in everything that we do. So that's all about this ayah. And if you go with understanding what is taqwa, but what is taqwa, right? So why does Allah want us to develop taqwa? So when we talk about taqwa, it means God consciousness. God consciousness, awareness, right? So being aware of Allah in every moment, each and every aspect of your life. So if you look at the scholars described it as a shield that actually protect us from any kind of sins, or the ability to resist any kind of temptation even when no one is watching you, or living every second knowing that Allah is seeing you. So even Ali ibn Talib radiallahu alayhi wasallam defined taqwa is to fear Allah and to act upon His revelation, to be content with little, and to always be prepared for the hereafter. So you need to. This is how Ali, Ibn Abi Talib radiallahu alayhi salam defined taqwa. So, for example, if you take, imagine you're walking on a narrow path with thorns on both the sides, and you walk carefully, and you'll ensure that your clothes don't get caught, right? So that carefulness is in life is what we are talking about taqwa. So you are careful if you are walking in that way. Same way in your life also, you need to have that kind of carefulness. And Ramadan teaches us this carefulness about what we say, what we do, and how we behave. And see, if fasting is just about hunger, then Allah wouldn't have made it so special, right? But fasting is about self control, it's about self discipline, and ultimately purifying our heart. And the Prophet Muhammad have told, whoever does not give up false speech and bad deeds, Allah has no need for him to give up his food and drink. So, which means there is no point in fasting if you are not going to give up on your false speech and false deeds. So this means that if you are fasting, you are not taking food, you are not taking drink, but you continue to lie, or you continue to backbite, or still you continue to harm others, and then we are missing the true purpose of fasting. So fasting is basically to train us to control our tongue, our eyes, our ears, and heart. So it's all about self control also. Now, see, let's talk about something fascinating here. So, how fasting benefit us both spiritually and physically also. So, physically, these days everyone know about dieting, and the scientist is also talking about the advantage of fasting. So, I can talk more into the spiritual aspect. It actually cleanses our heart from arrogance, right, from pride and ego. and it brings us closer to Allah through extra worship and dua. And it definitely strengthens our patience and gratitude to Allah. If you talk about physically, even the modern science also confirm this actually detoxify the body from harmful substances and help us in weight control, of course, because you remain in calorie deficit, and that lowers the risk of diabetes and other things, right? So that advantage is there, and it also boosts the mental clarity and definitely improve your focus also. So because we are not feeding our body excessively, but we are feeding our souls here, you'll be getting that spiritual advantage. So now that we have understood why we fast, let's make a strong niyyah, strong intention to make this Ramadan different. So dua for beginning Ramadan is like this: Allahumma balayna Ramadan wa inna fihi ala siyami wal qiyama wa taqabbal minna salih al amal. So it reads like this: Oh Allah, let's reach Ramadan and help us in fasting and praying in it, and accept from us our good deeds. So that's the dua that you can actually recite. And see, don't just fast without your with your stomach, right? So it's not just about giving up on food or drinks. So do not just fast with your stomach, fast with your eyes, fast with your ears and your heart. And let's make this Ramadan the best one ever. So you can comment below what is your biggest Ramadan goal this year. And this is a challenge. You can write down one bad habit that you want to leave this Ramadan and one good habit that you want to inculcate or you want to develop from this Ramadan. May Allah accept our fasting, prayers, and duas. Let's make this the best Ramadan of our lives, inshallah. Jazakum Allah khairan. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.